Yes, so good night and welcome once again to the talk. It's always a pleasure being here. I'm always happy to be here. Now, what are we talking about tonight? We are still talking about the Russia and the Ukraine conflict. But then we gotta make some additions. We gotta talk about Germany, we gotta talk about Japan, we gotta talk about the USA, Russia, the Ukraine, you know, so you will understand what I'm talking about and the rest of them. And so the war continues. Now, first of all, let me start with America, the USA. America had been, actually was touted as the world power. Okay, the number one world power, the strongest nation on earth for quite a number of years. Okay, now there are a lot of people in this world who does not like America, doesn't like their policy, especially their foreign policy and stuff like that. But then that's okay, we know what is happening with America already. Now, you recall that in the Second World War, Germany was involved in the Second World War in the big way. As a matter of fact, they were the ones that were the bad guys in the Second World War together with Japan. Okay? The good guys in the Second World War were basically the USA, Russia, and the rest of them. I'm talking about like France and Poland and those other countries who get together and beat Germany senseless. Okay? Now, what Germany had been doing in the war was trying to overtake and control. You see, Germany was trying to spread their policy, their ideology, what they believe was correct across the earth. And they started with their neighbors first. So typically they started out with Poland anyway, and they continue onto France and England and those stuff. All this time this thing had been going on. People, remember that. America was basically nowhere to be found, basically. America wanted to stay away from this war. America, just like up to today, America have their policy. Whatever they do is for their interest. So they were not interested in the war. When Europe were on fire, they were not. It is when the Japanese bomb Pearl Harbor, then America start mobilizing for war and declare war on Russia. So as a result of that, they joined with the what you call the Allies, talking about France, the French resistance, because people had basically overtake France already, so they joined with the French resistance, they joined with England. England was in a total mess, totally messed up and everything. So the Americans fought the Germans and they also fought the Japanese. I think in the what's it in the Mediterranean? Can't remember exactly, but they fought the Japanese all in Australia and all those places. Anyway, now because of the part America had played in the Second World War, at the end of the war, what had happened is Germany was split into two factions, East and West. So the Russia took half, which was East. America took West Germany, and the country was like that for a long period of time. We also have to remember during that time, I think it was in what year? In same 1945, um, America bombed Japan because Japan didn't want to give up. There wasn't business. Those people was fight until whenever. But anyway, America humbled them with an atomic bomb. Two, as a matter of fact. One in a town named Nagasaki, and the other one in Hiroshima. Because of that, Japan surrendered. According to the rest of the people who fought the war, the Allies, they decide that Japan will be limited in terms of military means, weapons and army and stuff like that. They'll be limited. So, in other words, Japan would not be in any position to have any serious, sophisticated weapons of mass destructions. And so does Germany, because they were the bad boys on the block during those times. Now, so years gone, they come into this NATO, they have these allies and they made the ally actually to keep an eye basically, I think, on these two people. Right? Japan and Germany. Yeah, keep an eye on them, because these people look as though they are very ambitious. But what they did during those times, they had a Cold War with Russia. Because though Russia played an important role in just like the Western people played in the Second World War to deal with Hitler, the Western powers decide that Russia is different to them because maybe they don't like Stalin, they don't like the concept what these people dealing with, so they wanted to get rid of each other, it seems. So there was this power struggle between East and West, and there was the Cold War, and then whatever happens, maybe with all the economical sanctions and everything that happened during that time, Russia, which was called at the time the USSR, Union of the Socialist Republic of Russia, that get crumbled, so eventually it just turned into Russia. So there was a lot of countries around Russia, like maybe including Ukraine, because they are fighting for Ukraine right now. So all Ukraine was in the communist bloc, plus other countries around. If you look around, you'll find them. But we are concentrating on Ukraine now, so Ukraine was the one. So when Russia fall, obviously the USSR fall, obviously maybe they couldn't sustain, this whole country of Ukraine anymore, and others too. So they allow them to keep their independence and stuff like that. But whatever happened now, the leader of Russia now talking and saying that the people in Ukraine, they are neo-Nazi. So anytime you hear the word neo-Nazi or Nazi, you know what is happening already. You know it is white supremacy and it is racist business going on, and then you never know what else could happen. You understand? These people have a lot of AK up there. Anyway, so my man decided to attack them. You also have to remember that Ukraine was not and is not at this moment a member of NATO. Okay? They are not a member of NATO. So it's like They're on their own, technically. But the other countries that is in NATO who are actually trying to help Ukraine, they cannot help Ukraine at least for now with boots on the ground. So most of them will think about maybe sneaking in weapons for NATO. For, I said sorry, not NATO, for Ukraine. They're doing all this sanction thing. You understand? And stuff like that. So in one way or the other, they are actually helping Ukraine because they're trying to cripple Russia economically. Okay? Going in one island. Okay, so just stick up in there. Now, I'm gonna ask, what Putin actually did, was it different to what America had done for the past couple years? I mean, seriously, think about it. The people in Iraq right now, they are still suffering in poverty because of what America did to them. The people in Iran is the same thing, and many other places on the face of the earth that these people did to these people. It is a mess. Now, what is the reason America went to, let's say, Iraq? I always have Iraq on the top of my list, with this wickedness. They said that they had weapons of mass destruction, which we know they didn't have. And we also know that if Iraq had a nuclear weapon, we get to know that as time goes on, America would never venture an attack Saddam Hussein and his country if he had a nuclear weapon. They knows that. Everybody knows that because America is like straight up cowards as far as I am concerned. They also knew that people like Gaddafi and those people didn't have any weapons of mass destruction. Those people were just trying to govern the people the way it had been done for centuries. They are doing their thing. But because they don't share the policy of the USA, they decide, that is the USA decide to crush them. Something came across my mind recently and it might rub some people differently. But I'm sure that if those countries were supporting same-sex marriages and abortion and stuff like that, they would have been friends with the US. The US have a policy of bad talking everybody, making everybody look bad. What the US did to black people, it's still having the effect, make people around the world hate black people. So anyway, black people go, people look at them as a different kind of people, and it all happens because of the US and the media and the way they treat our people. I would always say that the US is always a coward. Now, so we include Germany, we include Japan, USA, Russia, and Ukraine in this thing. Now, let's talk about the rest of them for a moment before I make a most important point. The rest of them, including France and include England and include all these other places that are trying to make President Putin look like an idiot, like a madman. That is what they always do. These people always try to make another person look bad in the sight of other people. That's what they do. You understand? They're making certain statements whereby they think they could make statements to stir up the people around him. You understand? That is how evil and demonic these people are. For them to pull a Julius Caesar and Putin. What is a Julius Caesar? Well, let me tell you this. If you don't know what is a Julius Caesar, that is when your friends come together who want your position, who envy you, they are scared of you, and they make a pact and they stab you in your back all over and they kill you. So when you hear these people making these utterances, I just know that these people are totally demonic. They are devils. Okay? Now here the point I want to make, where I think that things are taking a certain kind of shape in this world. Now, the two main factions during the Second World War that caused all the problems, the two main factions is Japan and Germany. You understand? Now, the two main factions, the other two main factions that concluded the war and beat Japan and Germany is the USA and it's Russia. Now, Russia is considered to be communist. The USA is considered to be democratic. I don't know what that is, because this level of wickedness I'm seeing happening in this place is too much. Anyway, so the world split down the middle between communists and so-called democracy. So Cold War go on, they're fighting against each other, innocent people paying for the cake, America going and overthrow people, Russia overthrowing people, having war in Afghanistan and helping people in North Korea and stuff like that happening. You know, Vietnamese and everything like that. So all that happened as a result of communists and socialists after the Second World War. Now, so a vast amount of people choose the side of communists and a vast amount choose the side of so-called democracy, I just call that. So the Cold War always on. The Cold War never actually stopped. Up to this blessed day, it never stopped. Because these people always looking for some way to see if they could stab one another in the back. And if you support one, the next one is at you. I don't know. They are crazy like that. Anyway. So now things seems as though you're making full circle, I should say. Or three-quarter circle. Maybe not full circle yet, but half a circle. I don't know. But what I notice is that Germany start opening their mouth. Now, they had a ban on Germany from making any big military moves and big military armies and stuff like that for Germany. Now, right now, Germany reached the point now, they get the opportunity and they are saying that they will have to spend something like $100 billion more on the military. So right there now, Germany is going to expand on the military. Oh yes, they will expand on the military. And 100 billion, that is chicken change for now. That is just the start. You understand? Then I heard a next faction say no, that the fact that America had bombed Japan, Japan is the only place that get a taste of nuclear warfare. America should, as a matter of fact, Japan should host America's nuclear facilities. So in other words, Japan should be the place where America should put all the nuclear weapons then. They should be hosting American nuclear arsenal. You understand what I'm saying? Germany, listen to this, you know. Germany was the head cook in the movie 1931 to 1945, together with a partner in crime, Japan. Germany currently is talking about expanding the army and making a big spending, 100 million, 100 billion rather, on the army. Okay, because they didn't know they would have war in Europe again, but now they having war, so everybody had to buck up themselves. And people are talking on news, not they're not saying that in the street, saying that in media, news stuff, that Japan should be the place to host America or the USA um, nuclear arsenal. So tell me, so if these two people who had been down for so long, they decided to rise up, because let me tell you something. What's in your blood, it's in your blood. You understand? The Japanese are a proud people, believe it or not. Then the Germans are also a proud people. Both people are warring factions out here. Now, so think about it, how the thing is turning, The weak is getting stronger, the strong that was strong and get weak is getting back strong again. That is the bad, because obviously if they have you down for a period of time, at some point, you understand, you must try to rise up again. And the thing about it is that if the way that Putin go and do this thing, they will use Putin and have everybody eyes on Putin now, like Putin was than Hitler, like Putin is the bad guy, while these other people will be doing their thing. You understand? Now, think about it for a moment. The fact that they could say this kind of thing is that people basically lose confidence in the USA. You understand? USA is basically weak. They have means, they have this, they have that, but they're weak. They're weak on policy, they're weak on everything. All they're dealing with is race. Trying to fight down a couple of black people and a couple of speaks. Now, seriously, that is what they do. And the people out there knows that. You understand? They look at who they put as president as a joke. People without no backbone, they are scared. They are saying that they cannot help the people in Ukraine because the people in Ukraine, say what? They're not in in um in NATO, so they can't help them. But they both saying they'll protect their allies. But the point is, Saddam Hussein and all those other people, they wasn't in NATO. They wasn't in NATO. But nobody went down to help them, and America destroyed them like normal. You understand? So the point I'm making here is this, that think about your history a little bit, because they say that if you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it. You see, America is basically hitting the ground, and then hitting the ground running, they hitting the ground and lying down. You understand? America is not in control of anything right now. That is why they're bullying people. And the jokiest part about it is that America is saying that they don't stand up to bullies. Now, how do you stand up to bullies when you are a bully? America does be going around bullying everybody in everything, in trade, in policies. America will sanction you for anything. You understand? If America tell you, well, they have a policy and you don't do that, they're threatening to stop the planes from coming in your country, stop the boats from coming in your country. That is how America do. That is how oppressive America is. America doesn't give anybody a chance to take a breather. You understand? They just down on your case constantly. You see? Now, if the people in Ukraine and the leader in Ukraine going neo-Nazi, if the people in the Ukraine following the concept of the West, lying, being treacherous, being wicked, you understand, racist, You understand what I'm saying? And being a stooge to the Western powers. And you're right at the doorstep of President Putin country. He have to take care of you. He must take care of you. You have to make sure that around his borders is secure. America does do the same thing. America blacklist Cuba for years and years. People building an airport in Grenada here. America caused all kind of confusion until they make an invasion because they feel Russians will come and jump off there and attack them. What kind of thing is that? Nobody is starting to do you that. It's you all that's starting to do people this wickedness and you all living in fear. You understand? That is what is happening. So what I do believe is that we gotta keep an eye on this Germany and this Japan. You know, something I also should mention. I was feeling not really sorry about these people and what they're going through much. I wasn't feeling all that compassionate about that. But what compounded my feelings is that it have black people that was there too. You know, and black people was trying to get across the border to go in Poland just like the other people, but they see them as different, push them off a train and everything like that. It's when they start to scream racism, then they start to think different because they don't want the rest of the world to make them look just like the Western world, like America. But that is exactly what they are doing. You understand? Because they don't want to look too racist because they're looking for they're looking for compassion from people out there. You understand? But the truth of the matter is they are racist. You know, and when Putin called them neo-Nazi, he was talking real. And it was proven. You understand? Because they were pushing black people off of the train. They don't want black people to go because they want blue eyes people to go. And whatever eyes color. You understand? So those people, they are racist. And Putin maybe know exactly what he's talking about. Let me tell you something. Anything America and those people and them support is evil. I could tell you that. They can come and tell people, telling we about freedom and people. No, they know who they're telling that. They can't tell us that. We know better than that. You understand? France and them, none of them can say anything. You understand? They just better shut up, but they have no shame. They will still talk. Look at what France did to Haiti. France did that to Haiti. You know, France did that to Haiti. You know, Americans came now in Grenada in 1983. Turn back revolution. Take everything we have. That was a robbery. That was an armed robbery. Took everything and go. Right now, even people who call themselves educated, because of America and how America have the hand in their throat, they're afraid to even mention the revolution in public places because they're scared America might hear. They're scared to be proud of their history. It's a time in your history. America is wicked. America is the bully in the school. America is the big bad wolf. America is the big octopus with fangs in everybody business. America is the people that any country they go, they destroy it. You never hear America build nobody country. They only destroy it and go. And then they have the audacity to say they're doing it for the American interest, for American interest. That is how evil these people are. You know, they want to make Putin look like the most evil man, like a killer, a murderer, all kind of thing they want to make him look like. You ever hear Putin kill anybody? All you have people always talking about going and kill these people and all you kill these people down there and we kill this Al Qaeda and we kill. It's you people that always talk about killing. How much time you hear Putin kill people? All you say poison people in foreign. Putin live and go and poison anybody anyway? Think about all the innocent people all you kill in Afghanistan. All the innocent people you all killing in Iraq and Iran and bombing Assad and doing all kind of wickedness. Think about all the wickedness you have Israel, the people in Israel down there, the fake people down there doing to the people in Palestine and everything. Think about all this wickedness all you upholding around the world and what you all are doing. Think about it. You know? I mean, America doing the most evil on the face of the earth, but the minute time somebody do whatever they do, you understand? All of a sudden, all you want people to feel you all are saints and you're all democratic, all you're wicked. All you're wicked and all you will pay for that. And the fact of the matter is this. That the way things going, I'm sure America going down. Flat. Because everybody see all your belly open and all your empty, all your yellow belly. And that's a fact. I mean, it's kind of, but it's not really sad to say. It's just the truth, you know. You all could go and take advantage of people, you know, come in a lot of plane and thing and bomb, bomb, bomb. Try it with other places. All the places America attack, all the places they attack, them people never had no nuclear weapon, and they know them people never had no nuclear weapon. They also know that what the people have is small and little anti-tank and little rocket launcher and thing. They knows that. That is why they run on with all the big boat all over the place and play they going and they gonna overthrow country and calling that yeah this person is a dictator. You all wicked and stupid and weak. You ever thought about going and attack my man in North Korea? The way you all talk. You all ever think about going and attack them? You all threaten Iran so many times. Yeah, you all ever think about going and attack Iran? No. No. You don't go and attack Iran. Because Iran have the nuclear whip waiting and they willing to press. Try to attack Putin. Are you trying to get the whole world to crumble him so you go be down there balling? No, Putin don't prepared for you all. Go down. You understand? All the places you all just run up your all mouth is places that watch. Those people have absolutely no nuclear weapons, so you all not going anywhere. The minute time you all know them people have nuclear, all they're talking. Let me see if we could get the whole world to sanction them and do them wickedness. Does it matter? Go and look for people who all you could fight. Nuclear versus nuclear if all you have to do that. God forbid. But the point of the matter is look for people your all size. Go down, you mash up Iraq, you mash up you spread drugs in Afghanistan, you spoil the people culture, you do all kind of wickedness. Go on. Go ahead. Germany is coming back for you all. Germany and Japan. Don't get it twisted, you know. Right now, you all are totally distracted. You know? Totally distracted. It doesn't matter what. Your leaders are weak. You all have no strong leaders. If all you have good leaders, all you're trying to destroy them. All you have no good leaders. So people, I'm saying this. Take a good look at what is going on the face of the earth. It is not pretty. No, it is not good looking. I know what I'm telling you. Observe. Right? And look at the part Germany and Japan is playing in the equation. Look at it real carefully. You see? Don't say nothing yet. Just look. Observe. Because this war will continue. Because let me tell you this. What these people and them are saying is just evil they're preaching in that. Because those people on those medias, they're talking about this war will never stop. They're talking about a constant war. You see, they talking peace and they still talking war. Them is like snake. They are fucked tongue. They want peace, they want thing, but they're talking about the war. If that is the case, then the war have to go on. The people will constantly fighting and fighting. That is what they want. You all these demons. Anyway, the war continues. Be at peace, be blessed. I don't know what you get from this video, but if you get something from this video, like it, share it, you know, subscribe, do what you gotta do. I'm out. Peace.